All right. Hello. Welcome back to Our Life Beginnings and Always. I've been thinking about the game all day like I always do when I stream this game. I was thinking about the last stream as well because we got introduced to Cove's mom. Now, Cove's mom, everyone, let's not beat around the bush. She's a fantastic woman. I don't know what his dad did to get to just let someone like that go. But she's single now, and no offense, Cove. Like, no offense, but your mom's kind of got it going on. Yeah. So if I see her again, I'm probably gonna go in simp mode. I don't know what to tell you. Just be aware. As we get into this next part. God, I hope I see her again. They said she would be here. The family shopping trip had lasted most of the morning, and you still had to unload everything from the trunk before you could go enjoy the afternoon. You cradled another bag in your arms as you headed towards your house. It was one of the heavier bags from the grocery store, loaded with fresh apples, ripe tomatoes, a bunch of carrots, and even half a watermelon. Oh my god, don't show me a mom already. I'm so tired of not being able to date these moms. How could they do this to me? This is the worst. No offense to Cove, but the designs for the ladies are very good. Got me wanting to date my own mom around here. They should use their design skills to, make a game for the moms. Yeah, I'm just saying. I would definitely buy that in a heartbeat. Okay. Ma came out of the front door and paused just ahead of you.
No trouble.
Need help with that, Donnie? I can bring it the rest of the way if you want me to. Wow, she's so nice. Wow, we love our mommy. I mean, Ma. Yes, please. It would be helpful. Yes, please, to help me. No. I've got it. I got it. I've got it. Even if it was large, it wasn't really any problem for you. Exactly. Ma gave you an encouraging grin and rustled her fingers through your black hair. Oh. Okay. This is torture. Anyway, you set the next bag on the counter. Your older sister began to root around inside the contents with a sigh. And how much is left? Still a few more bags. With a huff and a puff, Elizabeth continued putting away the groceries, and you retreated out of the kitchen before you could become the target of her bad mood.
Be careful.
Oh, hey, Mom. Careful, Donnie. Oh, she's so caring, isn't she? We love moms around here. You hadn't been looking where you were going and bumped right into Mom, almost stepping on her toes to boot. Sorry. I can give you a pass this time, but be sure to watch where you're going. If you run around on the wrong person, you might get your license revoked. What license? She grinned at the bad joke as you continued through the door. What license? Outside, Ma started organizing what remained and putting back any loose objects that had gone during the trip. Man, we got a grocery bag simulator here. When you stepped up to the trunk beside her, she took a big breath of air. Her dress gently swayed around the breeze. Don't describe Mom like that, okay? Stop it. He's gorgeous. I get it.
That's a shame.
In my head, I'm trying very much not to simp for my moms right now. You're making it very hard. It's a shame. Oh shoot. I hope that wasn't too loud. It's a shame we had to spend the morning cooped up in that shopping center. It's a beautiful day, don't you think? You tilted your head to the sky, gazing at the clear blue expanse. She's so thoughtful. Days like this are my favorite. Yeah, we love days like this, hanging out with our mom. Ma smiled at you, her amber eyes glinting with affection. Stop it. You and your sister are a lot alike in that way, and me too. You gave her a familiar look, but eventually you turned back to help her with the last of the bags. Oh, hi, Cove. Oh, Cove, you're here too. That's right, you're in this game. You notice Mom waved over at Cove, who had just exited his front door, his surfboard propped up under one arm. He has a surfboard? He surfs now? Let me see. Surfboard and wetsuit. Where might you be off to on this beautiful day? Ah, he is in a surf outfit. We love to see it. We love the fashion. Cove flinched at being called so suddenly. He hadn't realized there were people out there already, but he quickly recovered. Good one, Mrs. Donuts. So funny. No, okay. Cove, you know what? No offense, Cove, but I was talking to my moms. You know, it's nice to see you, but I was having a pleasant conversation. He crossed the pavement to properly say hello to you and your moms. Hello, honey. It's a beautiful day for surfing. I haven't been out on the waves in a long time. I'm jealous. She surfs? Okay. Okay. Cove smiled, pleased to have people around who shared his hobby. I didn't know Mom surfed. That's so cool. She's so cool. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a few waves before it gets dark. Do you want to come hang out later, Donnie? I guess. Sure, I'll meet you there. Yeah, I'll meet you there when I'm done. I'm kind of busy. Yeah, I'll meet you there. I have listen. Okay, I have to play the game, right? My goal is Cove. I have to remember that. I'm not here to hang out with my moms all day, even though I want to. Gosh darn it. I don't. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Can I help you out with anything? Yeah, sure. Oh. No, this is our job. You go enjoy the beach. Donnie can catch up as soon as they're finished here. Alright, I'll see you. Yeah, Cove. We'll be seeing each other. I guess. Hopefully your mom shows up. You watched as Cove headed off towards the beach, unable to hide your grin, knowing that you'd be joining him soon. Once everything had finally been taken care of and put away, you got yourself ready to meet Cove at the beach. And it'd be crazy if Cove's mom was there. You had a surfboard in your room that you wanted to take with you. Oh, we can surf? I surf? Your family had surfboard around here somewhere. You weren't sure what you were going to do. You were surfing, you didn't know how. I want to surf. What if I took my mom's surfboard? Can I take your board to the beach? Sure, it's in the garage. Just remember to keep the leash on when you're in the water. After finding the board in the back of the garage and getting everything ready, you headed down to the beach. I watched a surf anime for like 2-3 episodes. It was really bad. I don't remember what it was called, but it was bad. Have fun, honey. Stay safe. They're gone. When you arrived at the shore, you were greeted by the crash of waves and the soft calls of the seagulls. You took in a lungful of the ocean air and felt your brown skin warm in the sun. You noticed a small setup nearby with a towel, some sunscreen, and a bottle of water. It must be Cove's. You spotted Cove himself nearby. He hadn't gone out to sea yet. He was just sitting in the sand at the water's edge, his board propped up beside him. You strolled up beside him. I hope this is better than the surf anime that I watched, because oh my god, that was so terrible. I'm gonna remember the name sometime. Maybe it was like Wave, exclamation point. That's what they usually do with sports anime. Just put exclamation point at the end of the stuff they're doing. Hey, I'm here. Donnie. He looked up at you with a smile and quickly hopped to his feet. What is his face? His face is so... I don't know how to describe it. I was wondering if you were still coming. I wouldn't have missed it. Sorry you have to wait. Oh, and stay inside all day? I don't think so. Yeah, nah, I would hate to spend all day with my mom, so it sucks so much. You're able to make him laugh with that. Hey, hey, hey. And he cast his eyes down toward the waves. Hope I'm not that good at surfing. I borrowed this board, but I don't know how to surf. I'm ready to get in there. Will you give me some tips? Yeah, give me some tips. I'm not gonna admit I don't know how to surf. That's just not my personality, okay? I won't admit to anything. Cove surfed more often than you did, so you knew he'd have some good tips to help you improve. Yeah, let's get started. You tucked your board under your arm, and the two of you ran to the water together. Yeah! You paddled out to the sea to where the good waves were. The water was cool against your skin.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. New image. Not too calm, but nothing crazy. It looks perfect today. He smiled at you, and you couldn't help but smile back. You felt totally content. Okay, I guess so. Until Cove kicked the water a little too hard and inadvertently splashed me. Okay, well, it's water. It's gonna happen. Hey! Sorry. The apology did not come across as especially repentant, as he was practically laughing when he said it. I'll splash him back. Why not? You laughed, waiting for an opening for revenge. The second he looked away, you kicked back, spraying him.
Seriously?
Is that the way you treat someone trying to help? I came here to teach you. I came here to have fun, Cove. And I was just following your example. Exactly. Cove tried to keep a straight face, but ended up looking away. The water you flicked at him landed in shiny droplets in his hair. Then here's another lesson. He soaked you deliberately this time. He used his full leg and impressive curtain of water to hit you in the face. You lost your balance and scrambled to keep hold of the board. What a terrible teacher! How dare you drown me on my first lesson? You just managed to stay away, but it was close. Cove wins. No, actually, I drowned and I died, and Cove was forever saddened. Are you okay? That wasn't what I was trying to do. You need to keep control of your own strength, man. I'm fine, but we should get to the real teaching. Yeah, I'm here to learn how to surf, but I won't admit that I don't know how to surf. He chuckled awkwardly and shook some water out of his ear. With that, Cove started telling you all the tips and tricks of how to stay on a surfboard. He demonstrated both good and bad posture and explained where you needed to put your weight. This is definitely the way someone who doesn't know how to surf would explain in a media how to surf, by not going into any detail. Like this. You wriggled your body so that you are more in the center of your board. Cove nodded. Yep, just like that. The little lesson continued and things clicked with you quickly. It was slow going, but you got it. You kind of struggled. it was disastrous. If I ever tried to surf, it would definitely be an epic disaster. I can't do anything. I can't do anything on such an unbalanced thing. I'm gonna pretend I'm good at it. Cove did his best to guide you through the process, and by the end you felt you picked up the basics of surfing. ... Since you spent so much time working on balance and stable water, he wondered when you'd actually get to catch some waves. You brought it up to Cove and he nodded. If you think you're ready, go for it. You'll do great. Alright. Watch me. Mite. With that, you graduated from Cove's class and the two of you were able to surf together more casually, even if he was still better at it. What an afternoon. How delightful. How absolutely delightful. The setting sun was visible on the horizon. Every time you would look away, it had sunk a little lower. The beach was darkening, but still pleasantly warm. You knew you should get out of the water before it was completely dark in the sea. You rode one last wave to get back to the beach. There you picked up your surfboard and gave it a quick once over. This entire time, my brain has only been thinking about if Cove's mom showed up and if she was in a swimsuit. What kind of swimsuit would she wear? I mean, I'm just being honest. That no offense, Cove, but I've got other things on my mind. Cove followed behind you to the store. He put his board with his other things and grabbed his towel to start drying off. As he ruffled his hair with his towel, you watched the sunset together. The colors were beautiful in the distance, and the shadows around you deepened. There was no need for words between you two as you both enjoyed the sight for a moment. Cove broke the silence. The waves are good today, I think. Yeah, totally. Perfect for surfing. He nodded mildly. You chatted a little more until a conversation truly died out and all you heard was the rhythmic sound of waves. Then Cove sighed. The day can't be over. Not yet. Aww. You know, I feel that way when my favorite show ends on TV and I didn't have YouTube and I couldn't just keep watching. He scowled into the distance as if the sun exiting the sky was a personal offense. Don't you think it should be longer? It felt long enough to me. I'm ready to get back home to my beautiful family. Yeah, I'm just gonna say yeah. I mean, sure, whatever. Cove stood up straight in defiance of approaching darkness. Can you mad at the sky? Scream at the sky. Maybe it will hear you and the sun will come back up. I'm not gonna go home yet. I want to go somewhere. I don't know. Oh yeah, he doesn't want to go home because his freaking parents are... Last episode was insane, guys. Like, okay. Cove's mom literally came back, and you know they're divorced, right? The divorce is finalized. Cove's mom and dad, divorce finalized, but Cove's mom comes back, and you know, she comes back quick, like the next day that it was announced. And they were both we were all hanging out, and then it was found out that Cove's dad did not tell the mom that Cove didn't even ask her to be there. Cove's mom thought this whole time that Cove had asked her to come, but it was not true. It was not so. Isn't that insane? Who does that? Cove's dad is such a troublemaker. I don't know what his plans were. They're divorced and he's not over it. He's not over her. I can tell. I mean, would you be? I mean, she's so fantastic, right? But he's obviously a goofball and she is not having any of that. And so I'm saying all that to say that Cove does not want to go home because of these reasons. It is awkward. It's weird. Cove's dad made it very strange and he's being completely selfish. I don't know much about Cove's dad except that he's seriously weird. Cove was still dripping in salt water, so you weren't sure what the alternative was. Wetsuits were fine for the beach and not much else. It wasn't a good idea for him to lug the surfboard around town either. You'll be real cute in that wetsuit wherever you go. Am I flirting now? We need to call the night. Yeah, I want to do something too. We'll be sure welcome. Well, sure, be welcome anywhere soaking wet like this. Yeah, let's do something. I don't know. I don't want him to go back home because I understand. What an awkward, horrible home situation. Cove nodded with a smile. Then he looked down at the shore with wide, shining eyes. There's at least one place that's always okay to hang out, no matter what time it is. The park. You nodded. The park was virtually always empty. Even Elizabeth only went over there nowadays if she was looking for you. How times have changed. She used to be so protective of the place. In fact, the only person there was a chance of running into might be that Jeremy kid again. Ugh. Yeah, we don't want to see Jeremy though. No, but it's dark. Maybe he went home. He brought the idea to Cove and he cringed. But yeah, Jeremy is a big cringe. I'm still going. The sun's still here a little. I'm staying out as long as it is. Why are they trying to make me go home? Let's go, I guess. Okay, let's go. Cove took a minute to put his stuff in order. He made sure to get it all, though didn't take much care to shake the sand off. You dealt with your own things. We should change. I'm gonna take my time to pack. Two of you finish at about the same time. He led the way down to the beach to the park. It wasn't far, so it didn't take you long at all. The sun still hadn't completely disappeared just yet when you made your arrival. Cove stuck his surfboard upright in the sand and tossed his towel over the top. By now, the two of you were mostly dry. The summer breeze on your skin kept you pleasantly warm. I don't want to get sick. I feel like if I did this, I would like die. My immune system is horribly weak. Cove idly went over to the monkey bars. He grabbed them feet flat on the ground and pretended to go across. He had definitely grown in the past few years. Maybe if I was younger, I wouldn't die. You know, kids are indestructible. You had also outgrown the monkey bars. You were way too tall to play on them properly anymore. That's the designer's fault. They made it too low. When he got to the bar in the middle, Cove pulled himself up through and sat on top of the bars. His leg dangled off the side of the bar as he perched on. I can imagine that if those are the monkey bars over there. I can't do a pull-up to save my life. You joined him on the monkey bars. You stood nearby. You took a seat on the swing. I like the swing. I'm not gonna join him on the monkey bars. What am I, a simp? You sat right down on the free seat and started swinging your legs. First slowly, but then you added more power to your kicks. Hairs rushed past your face and ruffled your hair. Oh, the swing simulator. Here we go. You built up enough momentum to let it carry you. It was a lazy arc, not high or fast. Perfect for having a conversation. He's so close. I thought I was on the swing. Guess what? He smiled broadly and raised his eyebrow. Oh, he's so cute. Look at his little face. He's not here. Nobody's here, Cove. Right, it was true. There wasn't a single sign of Jeremy. I'm trying to... I can... You know how kids make funny names for other kids? I can do it. Emmy. You know, like Jeremy? Okay, well, I tried. Looks like it was just going to be the two of you tonight. Cove hung his head and groaned dramatically. Your eyes widened when he whipped his head back up.
No way.
I can't believe how dumb my parents are for forcing me to come to this stupid place. You were taken aback and blinked for a second and you realized he was quoting Jeremy. Was it? Did I have done Jeremy's voice? Ha! 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 Don't scare me like that. One Jeremy is enough. That's not really nice. Funny, but not nice. Oh, when my nerd? Jeremy? You don't have to tease him. My parents don't know anything. Oh, should I join him? Oh, that's good. That's good. I'll join him. Ugh, my parents don't know anything. Cove chuckled back at you. Muse. Yeah! Teasing other kids. That's what being a kid is all about. You looked around. The old park, the streets you knew like the back of your hand, and the beach. These were your stomping grounds where we stomped Jeremy out. We curb stomped Jeremy on this street. Here. Okay. Anyway. He's probably a fine kid. I just think it's funny. You wondered how Cove actually felt, how much this was a joke, how much his joke was just a joke, and how much a sincere dislike of this place. Moving had never been a choice. Oh, it's just a joke. What am I? I'm so philosophical sometimes. Do you actually like this neighborhood? I know you don't think it's dumb. Let the silence stretch between you. Ew. No way. Cove kicked his legs carelessly as they dangled. He smiled softly. I like it here. I really do. It's a nice place. He didn't hesitate. There was no uncertainty. That was a genuine opinion. Oh, remember when Cove was a dumb little baby and he was like, I'll never like this place. I want to go home. It sucks here. Just like Jeremy. But he wasn't as annoying as Jeremy. Yeah, I like it too. That's obvious. Well, at least one person likes to hear, what, do I not like it here anymore? You nodded wordlessly. Well, of course, I'm here after all. You're the best thing in the neighborhood, Cove. That's... well, I guess that's true for me. One of these, let's see. Well, in my personality, this is definitely what I would say. Well, of course. Well, yeah, me. He shook his head with a rueful smile. What does rueful mean? Full of rue? What does that mean? What does that mean? The sun. It's gone. It didn't take long for the day to finally draw to a close. The sun was gone and it was dark. You know, depending, it's summer, so it is pretty late. But right now it's winter where I am, and the sun goes down at like 5 o'clock. The day is not over. You chatted a while longer, but it was definitely winding down. We better get home, huh? I wish days were longer. Well, let's do the flirty response. I wish this day was longer. Yeah. I wish this day was longer. His feet kicked out. It made him look like a pouty child. Oh well. So sweet. Cove sighed. It was time to go home. He hopped down from the monkey bars with a thump when his feet hit the ground. You stopped moving your legs and stood when the swing slowed down. The chains rattled and the swing smacked you a bit, its energy not entirely spent. Cove grabbed his surfboard and threw his towel around his neck. With his water bottle in hand, he was ready. You both began to trek up the road. It was quiet. It was a quiet night, and you didn't run into anyone else. In what felt like no time at all, you had reached your street. As you walked, Cove smiled to himself with a soft expression, and you couldn't help but wonder what put it there. It wasn't me. Everything dies, yo boo. I just remember when we were younger, it used to be such a big deal to come home after dark. You could indeed recall. If you got sandy, your parents would have something to say. If you got wet, your parents would have more to say. This reminds me of the time when he came into my room from the window, the last stream. This kid is so reckless. You know, at this age, my parents would still be upset that that I stayed this late. Heck, my mom is still upset when I come in late now. If you came home after dark, well, your mom and his dad better have said it was okay beforehand. You used to need permission for everything. That small comment he made exposed just how much freedom you really had this summer. Cove looked up into the sky, a smile on his face. The two of you walked side by side, reminiscing. When you came to your houses, you turned to each other. Thanks for today, Donnie. You are absolutely welcome. I know being with me is just an amazing experience. Thanks for the awesome day. Yeah, it was fun. We had fun. Aw, I like when they do that. They're just like, bye. Cove waved at you and both turned around with your respective houses. So, live across from each other. I remember that. This was a pleasant end to the outing. You thought, oh, boy, is this... I just realized this is a boy next door type of thing. Boy across the street. Oh, that was short. That's nice. Next part. Growing. What is this? Is this a mirror? What does it mean? I hope we're not going to talk about puberty. I don't want to talk about puberty. Early one afternoon, you found yourself in the living room with your family. It was another one of those summer days where it felt too hot to go outside, but it was too uncomfortable to do anything inside either. There's just no good options. Let's get some ice cream. The air conditioner was cranked up as far as you could negotiate it, but everyone was still pretty lazy. That's another butchered sentence by yours truly. Let's continue. You, your moms, and sister were lounging around while the TV blared on in the backdrop, ignored by all of you. You specifically were lying spread eagle on the carpet, sitting cross-legged on the floor, perched on the arm of the couch, draped over the coffee table. How rude. I love the couch. The couch is my best friend. I sit on a couch in my room. If you ever saw my room, I barely ever do that anymore here. Elizabeth had claimed the entire couch for herself. It was too hot to argue over the space, so you didn't bother. Elizabeth broke the silence with a loud groan. You glanced over. She was lying on her back over the couch, massaging her calf with one hand. It's hot. Wait, she might have gotten a cramp or something because she golfs or whatever. I feel terrible. I'm dying in this house and my legs hurt. Mom looked up from the magazine she'd barely been flipping through and frowned, concerned. Oh, could you have strained them somehow? Elizabeth flailed briefly, then flopped onto her side with a heavy sigh. I don't know, it just hurts. Oh, sweetheart. Ma got up from her seat at the kitchen table and walked over to your sister. She did a light pat on Elizabeth's shoulder sympathetically. I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Maybe it's growing pains. You could be taller by next fall. Elizabeth scoffed. She didn't look impressed by Ma's assessment. I'd rather be my height forever than deal with this. Ma walked over too, leaning against the back of the couch. Kids, they grow up so fast. Soon Elizabeth will have a home of her own, maybe with a nice husband and some kids, if she feels like it. She sniffed loudly, wiping at her eye, but you could tell there was just a bit. Mom's always doing bits. So funny. You tilted your head. Even though you knew Elizabeth liked guys, it was hard to imagine her with a boyfriend or husband. Isn't it though? When you're young, it's just like, you are gonna hang out with a boy? She only seemed invested in hanging out with her group of friends, not chasing after boys. Are you gonna have a boyfriend by the end of this journey we're having? Let me beat up your boyfriend. Ma agreed with you because she shook her head.
No.
Let's not exaggerate. She's still practically a child. But if you ever do pursue romance, Elizabeth, you can come talk to me about it. Definitely, we're always willing to lend an ear. Elizabeth's features contorted in disgust. No way! I'm not talking to my moms about that. Blah, 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 blah. Her mom's jaw dropped and she gasped an exaggerated display of shock. How? Why? Okay. I understand. Her hand came up to rest on her chest. Ma only grinned. She didn't look offended by Elizabeth's quick response at all. It really wouldn't be so bad to come to us. I know what it's like to have a crush on a pretty boy or two. Oh, mom's bye. I don't, but I can listen anyway. Oh, we love it here. And you know, you don't drop that information on me. You know, if mom can go either way, then we have a chance. I mean, we're gonna continue. Everyone knows Ma is my... She's pretty, okay? Leave me alone. That's all. That's it. Ma snorted at her own joke while Ma burst into giggles. They were having a little too much fun at Elizabeth's expense. Elizabeth certainly wasn't feeling the amusement because she rolled her eyes and sat up. I'm going back to my room. I'd rather melt alone, thanks. She strode off toward the staircase, taking the steps 2 at a time. Your mom stared after her, then turned to each other with raised eyebrows. Oh, hello, Springtrap. Welcome to the stream. Whoops, looked like you scared her off with that romance talk.
Huh?
Oh well, we'll get her next time. You watched them titter with some surprise. What does that mean, titter? There's so many words I don't understand in this game. Obviously your mom's liked women, but you had no idea that mom liked guys too. Today was the first time you heard her say something like that. You know, I'm glad I learned it today. Ma, I always thought you only like ladies. You like guys too? How is that possible? Nani? Ma turned to you, happy to bring you into things now that you'd spoken up. He smiled and nodded. That's right, I like both. But I like your mom most out of everyone. She's special. Aww, you know what? This is the mom stream, everyone. They're really trying out here to make me simp over my own moms, and I need them to stop. Ma's smile turns all soft in the corners, like it usually did when she looked at her. She pinched Mom's cheek lightly. Mom reached up the cup a hand over Ma's. Even when Ma stopped pulling her cheek, her hands remained clasped together.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Lonnie. I think most women have charm, but no one can hold a candle to you. Oh man, it's getting lovey-dovey in here, isn't it? Aw, Pamela. Oh no, they're about to kiss. Oh, there it is. Ma beamed, then kissed Mom on the cheek she'd been pinching before. Oh my god. My moms are so goo goo gaga. Your thought the moment was very sweet. I'm gonna think I'm 14. My moms are making goo goo eyes at each other. You know, me here, I'd be like, wow, that's so beautiful. What a beautiful moment, but I'm gonna cringe just because I would as a kid. You slouched as if it would hide you from the sight. Why were your parents like that? Oh no, you're so cute. Ma looked back at you, letting Mom's hand go with a brief squeeze. She settled down next to you, and Mom followed soon after. You know, I'm also here to listen to you whenever you're ready. That offer isn't just for Elizabeth. He bumped her shoulder with yours, a reassuring smile in place. There's no rush, of course. You can take all the time you need to figure out what or who you want.
It's okay.
Don't think you have to stick with whatever you come up with right now either. Life's nice like that. It can change and you can learn. Mom nodded her agreement. The two of us are happy to hear you out, and we may be able to relate better than you think. Still, we won't push the topic, at least most of the time. She gave Ma the weakest scathing look possible while being unable to stop grinning. Man, my moms are so cute. Thanks, you nodded silently, shrugged. You don't have to worry about it. I'd rather pass on that. Hey, man. Fine. I'll nod silently. I'm so shy. Ooh woo. You weren't sure what to say to that. Mom let out another exaggerated sniffle. It didn't take a genius to realize it was fake. First Elizabeth and now you, Donnie. Do you have to grow up? Yes. Children tend to do that from time to time. Your parents quickly grew absorbed in the conversation about rearing kids. You took that as your cue to leave, getting up so you could spend some time alone in your room too. No, I don't want to leave the mommy dating game. Then let you go without a problem. Oh, yeah, they let you go without a problem. So you made your way up the stairs. Okay. You let out a sigh when you stepped into your room. It was just as sweltering in there as it was in the living room. Possibly even a little warmer. Well, heat rises, so you couldn't even open your window since it was hotter outside and you just left the AC out. You're so lucky you have AC. Stop complaining. You dragged your feet as you crossed the room. You checked your current sweltering condition in the mirror as you passed by it. You thought back to the conversation you had downstairs about growing up and all that. After a moment, you stepped a bit closer to the mirror. You stared into it, then turned away from the surface to look down at yourself. You're definitely growing all right. It was weird thinking about how you were now in comparison to what you'd look like when you were younger. What you'd been when you were younger. When it came to your body, oh boy. I guess I have to decide what my body looks like in this very moment. Let's see, am I jacked? Am I as jacked as Cove? Am I a little chubby? Am I skinny legend? Was I big? Was I even skinnier legend? We're not gonna go these. What should my character... I want baby fat. I want to be cute. What's chubby? You shifted to the side, your head still facing forward and continuing the self-evaluation from this viewpoint. At birth, you were... Oh man, what the heck? I don't want to pick one of these. What is this? At birth, you were assigned female, and at birth, you were assigned male. At birth, you're intersex. What? I'm just deciding if I'm trans or not. Well, what you were born as impacted the way your body grew, but it wasn't what determined who you were. Your chest was only flat. Your chest was flat, but you thought about it being different. Your chest was flat by birth, but you aimed to have breasts speak through hormone therapy. Yeah, okay. Okay, no, we're gonna be a boy. And that was just the way it was for you. You took a step backwards, finished with your impromptu inspection. You locked eyes with your reflection, cocking your head to the side. All things considered, You thought you looked fantastic. You didn't look too bad. You had no idea how to feel. You were simply neutral. You were self-conscious. You just wanted to look different than you did. Well, considering I chose the options that I liked, I guess I can't say I hate it. Am I confident or self-conscious? So, nah. I don't know how to. I don't know what it looked like. I don't know how to feel about this. You tilted your head over the opposite side as if that would help you make up your mind. It didn't. You shook your head roughly. Oh, I didn't realize the background just blurred. Okay, you shook your head roughly, putting thoughts of what you were turning into out of your mind. This wasn't the time to focus on such things. You have to find something to do in this heat. You shuffled over to your bed, collapsing onto the mattress, your brow scrunched up in thought. Is this gonna mean anything? Time passed slowly, and to your annoyance, possible ideas about what to do were few and far between. You weren't sure how long it's been, but eventually you heard your mom call you from downstairs. Donnie! There's a call for you! Cove wants to come over. Is that alright? Ah! My good buddy Cove. You perked up at the words, sitting up in bed. You yelled back to her immediately. Yeah! Yeah, my good friend Cove! You got to your feet and headed downstairs, eager to see your friend. You nodded to go downstairs. Oh, you needed to go downstairs soon anyway, because your empty stomach told you it was almost time for lunch. Oh, what are we having, baby? You know I want to hear about the food. Just as you reached the bottom of the stairs, you saw Mom put the phone back on the receiver. See, I can't do this. This is so painful. Just bring Cove out. Ladies, please go away. I am so upset that I can't date you instead. No offense to Cove, of course. She glanced at Ma, leaning her hip against the kitchen counter. Well, here comes trouble. We better prepare ourselves. Ma clicked her tongue in clear disapproval of Mom's words. He's such a good boy. Cove never wants to cause trouble. He can just be a bit thoughtless and impulsive. Why don't you tell me how you really feel, Mom? Oh, I know, he's very sweet, but that's what makes it more of a problem. If a stranger or some kid from school was egging Donnie on to behave badly, I think we can both agree that they'd do the right thing in the end. But if Cove Holden got into a reckless move and wanted Donnie to be part of the ride, can we really be certain of what call they make then? You're right.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna lie, you're right, Mom. Honestly, me and Cove, if we get into something, I'm gonna, it's just more fun that way. Yes, I think so. Donnie helps Cove settle down. He would have gotten himself in even more trouble without them.
Thanks.
You have a point. Ma just laughed. As she turned away, still snorting, her eyes met yours. Oh, I would love to hear Ma's laugh. It's probably like, oh, you're so lovely, my dear. Stuff like that. She blinked in surprise, then waved at you with an easy grin. Ma looked over, noticing you at the foot of the stairs as well. Oh, they didn't notice I was there? Oops. Oops. Oh, I didn't expect you to come down already, Donnie. I just wanted to let you know what was happening. I'm not gonna call Mom out. She can have her opinions. But pretend you didn't hear their conversation. Yeah, it's okay. I just got here. From the way Mom and Ma exchanged, I don't like that I call her Ma now. I want her to call her Mommy. Ma is so... It's not that it's bad, I just have a hard time saying it, I feel. Ma. Exchanged amused glances, and you got the feeling that they didn't believe you. Thankfully, they didn't correctly accuse you of lying. My OBS looks like it's about to crash. Keep an eye on that. Mm-hmm. Sure. Well, we'll just get out of the way. You and Cove, take care. You couldn't help but blush when Ma winked. Mom elbowed her even as a smile tugged her lips. Honestly, this lady... Your moms whispered amongst themselves as they went down the hall. Eventually, you heard the faint sound of their bedroom door shutting. Now you were alone in the living room, tasked with waiting for Cove. And that was just fine with you. If it hadn't been so hot outside, you would have visited him at his house a long time ago. Maybe he has better air conditioning. We haven't seen Cove's house, have we? We should go to Cove's house. Maybe his mom is there. You took a seat at the kitchen counter and settled in for the wait. As expected, there was a knock on the door a few minutes later. Sup? And you got up and answered it. Your neighbor was standing on the other side. He came in once you stepped aside to let him pass, giving a little wave. You greeted him as you typically did. Oh, we're so casual. With a noogie? Ha ha ha. I usually hug him when he comes in. Oh wow, I'm so bold. With a wave, with a low five. Hey man, what's up, my man? With a nudge to the shoulder. With a noogie. This is fun. I don't know. Maybe you give him a hug. I'm trying not to be myself. If it was me, I would just be like, nod. A nod and just knowing you're here, or just be like, I have a crush on him. And I'm relaxed. And this is gonna set a precedent. This is supposed to be super casual. Okay, I feel like this is something he would do. I'm gonna do that. He reached over and nudged his shoulder. Cove rocked to the side a bit and rolled his eyes, but he was smiling. Cove sighed and wiped his face a bit. You noted the sheen of sweat across his brow. He must be glad to be back in an air-conditioned place, even if he only had to walk across the street to get there. If you've been in Florida, that's just how it is down there. It's so sweltering hot. The balance between air conditioned and outside is so jarring. Oh my god. It's like entering a different dimension every time you leave the place. Is something going on? Why'd you want to come over? I didn't want to do anything, not when it's like this. He gestured vaguely to the humid air hanging around. I thought I could at least do nothing with you. Okay, that's cute. That's cute, Cove. You thought that was really sweet. Yes, I did think that was sweet. How'd you know I was doing nothing? Maybe I had plans. You nodded. That makes sense to you. I was thinking the exact same thing. Hey, we thought of the exact same thing. Oh, oops. You grinned, and he smiled back, and that was all there was to it. Both of you were on the same page. Have you had lunch yet? I was gonna do it soon. He shook his head.
Not really.
His voice... I'm not changing my voice for him. I haven't really felt like eating because of the heat. I probably should have lunch. I didn't have breakfast this morning. You didn't have breakfast? Yada yada. Yeah, I get like that sometimes too. You should really eat properly. You didn't eat at all? Then you gotta have something now. Great, we can eat lunch together. Yeah, let's eat lunch together. Both nodded, looking content with your suggestion. Okay, cool. Did he get taller? Anyway, as one, you headed into the kitchen. As one. Why is that so funny to me? We assimilated and became one and entered the kitchen floating 2 feet above the floor. That's okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop. As one, you headed into the kitchen. You crossed your arms as you glanced around, wondering what you should scrounge up for a meal. You mean we crossed our arms because we are one. We assimilated. I don't want to eat anything that's warmed up. Is there something cold or not cooked? Yeah, the raw fish in the fridge. Standards? You'll eat what I give you, okay? After a bit of back and forth, the two of you concluded that you should raid the fridge and cabinet in order to make sandwiches. With that settled, you had planned to decide on the outside layers first. There was a wide variety to choose from, since everyone in your house had their own favorites. Sandwich making simulator! There was white bread, wheat bread, sourdough, mixed grain, gluten-free bread, and pita pockets. Now, I don't know what that is. What is a pita pocket? Is that... I'm not gonna guess. Would you take the grain one for me? Sure, I love grain. I reached for the mixed grains, then you made your decision. Cinnamon swirl bread? That wasn't one of the options before. What? Cinnamon swirl bread. You pulled out the cinnamon swirl bread too, setting both items on the counter. Moms are busted. They got cinnamon swirl bread. How did I not eat that entire box? Then you had to decide what main direction the sandwich would go in. I'm having peanut butter. You want to make a sweeter style sandwich? Yes, I did. Something sweet will be perfect in the sweltering heat. As for specific ingredients, I had... Okay. I want peanut butter. Peanut butter. I'm just making a dessert, aren't I? Peanut butter and banana. Oishio. And yeah, peanut butter and banana sandwich on cinnamon bread. Where's the whipped cream? Marshmallow fluff. Okay, that was everything. Man, this sandwich is disgusting, but I'm gonna eat it. You nodded to yourself with a quiet hum, satisfied. The two of you bustled around the kitchen, opening and closing things in order to collect everything you need for your individual sandwiches. I made a nasty little sandwich full of nasty little ingredients. You focused intently on assembling your own. For the most part, when you were close to being done though, you glanced over at your neighbor. Cole was putting his sandwich together delicately, his brows furrowed and tongue sticking out just barely. There were open jars of peanut butter and honey near the plate, as well as a banana peel. Jan, welcome to the stream. Oh, great, you made it. It's the sandwich making simulator, and I made myself a peanut butter, banana, and marshmallow sandwich with cinnamon bread. Nasty little Sandy indeed. But in theory it would be good, right? In theory it would look good. Maybe not the peanut butter and marshmallows, but I was just thinking of something soft in between the soft peanut butter and soft banana. Okay, I don't have to explain myself. There were open jars of peanut butter and honey near his plate, as well as a banana peel. Honey, that's what my sandwich needed. So he's mixing a peanut butter, banana, and honey sandwich mixed on grain bread. Hey, he had the same idea as I did. Peanut butter but his sounds a little bit better, huh? It's not an affront to God. You shush. It's good. That sounded great. Maybe you'd have one yourself at a different time. Curiosity satiated, you turn your back to the plate and finish your own creation. By the time you were done, Clove had already cleaned up his workstation. He turned to face you, studying your sandwich briefly. He thought it was freaking disgusting and an affront to God. No. No, honey, you stop. We have great taste in food. A smile tugged at the corners of his mouth. You guessed it didn't look inedible, to him at least. Done? Yeah.
Cool.
You know it. Cool, yeah, cool. We're so cool. We're eating literally dessert. We said lunch, but this is dessert. You waited as you quickly returned ingredients and cleaned a few utensils. Then the two of you collected your respective plates. You both agreed on heading upstairs and hang out in your room. I'm having my break and having turkey on Swish, just as God intended. Whatever, Jan. Boring. You and Cove entered your bedroom while balancing your food on the plates. Nothing fell. It was a successful trip. I'd be surprised if anything fell off this sticky mess we made. Cove took a seat on the ground, stretching out on the hardwood floor in an attempt to keep a bit cooler. He immediately took a bite of his sandwich, stewed, then hummed happily. Yeah, that's right, boy. We eating peanut butter, honey, peanut butter, marshmallow. Yeah, boy. The sandwich is really good. At least that's something. At this point, you sat down and started on your own sandwich. Sandwich making simulator. That's cool, but there's no Arcast. Wow, how... Jan, you didn't watch my last stream, did you? Tisk, tisk, tisk. You would have known that Cove got a glow up and I dressed him now. This is what I chose, but there wasn't many options, but this is the best, okay? You nodded, you were enjoying yours too. You shrugged, it was okay. You scrunched up your face, did not turn out as expected. Peanut butter, you know what? I don't think mine turned out great. Unfortunately, you're having regrets about the concoction you created. Maybe he'll let me have some of his sandwich. He leaned back on his hands, chewing, glanced around. His every movement was sluggish. Want to do something? Man, I thought you came here to do nothing. Let's watch some TV or something. You like anime? I know a really good anime that's on this season. It seemed the plan of not doing anything at all had already worn thin, despite his lack of enthusiasm. Like what? Maybe, not really. You could have been must reply. I'm just a dead person on the floor. It's so hot, then I got a nasty sandwich. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Can we watch the anime? He rolled his head back, looking up at the ceiling. What about tic-tac-toe? Bruh, so boring. You laughed at the suggestion, went along with it. Yeah, neither of you had much energy for something more taxing. You grudgingly humored it. You thought it was a nice idea. Sure, why not? Yeah, whatever. You put up your plate to the side and pulled out some markers and scrap paper. I love the transition. They just make their face like, oh, so happy. It's so cute. As you laid everything on the floor, he scooted back to make more room in front of you. Let's watch anime. Oh my god, tic-tac-toe and we could watch anime? What is this? These normies are so boring. Cove picked up one of the markers with his right hand while keeping half the slices of sandwich in the left. Can we like learn an idol dance or something? Like, can we do that? I know it's a hot, but that's what I want to do. I want to be exes, so you can go first. I think that's fair. Okay, that works for me. You prepared to note down your first move, your markers hovering over paper. Oh, I know the secret to playing tic-tac-toe. What? I can't believe there was a mini game in this. That's the first time. After the first round, you were about to take another bite. Wait, what do you mean? I didn't get to finish. You were about to take another bite of your sandwich when a thought occurred to you. I wonder if anyone turned off the TV downstairs. The TV, it was on earlier, but no one was really watching it, and everyone started leaving the living room. I know I didn't turn it off. It might still be on downstairs, but no one there. Can we go watch TV? Oh, God, this is so whack. Cove smiled crookedly at that. Poor show, playing with no one around to enjoy it. That's what I'm saying. What was it? You squinted off the middle distance, trying to recall the show's name. I feel like it was some kind of crime-solving drama, CSI or something. Cove nodded sleepily, his eyes closed and opened again with some effort. They're saving the budget for the fishing minigame. I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. They're saving it for them. Wait, I would love to have actually finished this game of tic-tac-toe. What the heck? Why'd they stop me? I would have destroyed him. Can you give any specifics? Maybe I can guess it. This is such a lazy boy conversation. Ma. You rested your chin on the open palm, groggily thinking as hard as you could. Oh, this character is me. Thinking with my big brain so hard. I can do it. I remember there was a woman with long blonde hair, I think. She was the one solving crimes, like a detective or something. There were scenes in a police station. Says someone got arrested. But ACAB, right? Ugh. I don't get it. You lapsed into silence. Both of you thoughtful. Then Cove chuckled. It wasn't that funny, but you joined the laughter anyway. I don't know what that is. Bro, then what are you asking me, bro? Do you even watch crime shows? Me either, and I just saw it. Oh, we do get to play tic-tac-toe. I'm gonna smoke them. All right, here we go. Here's how we smoke them. Boom. Oh no, I think I made a mistake. Another round came and went, and Cove crumbled as he readjusted himself. His features were twisted in a grimace. I feel so sticky. Ugh, I'm gonna be stuck on the floor forever now. Ah, man. What if you were a slime? Your hair reminds me of a slime character. If this was a fantasy game, he'd definitely be a slime character. I'll have to charge you rent then. You can be my new roomie if you want. It looks like we're both stuck here forever then. I'm sticky too. No way, I'll peel you off if I have to. You smiled at his whining. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm sticky too. That's gross. That's so gross. You can be my roomie if you want. He smiled at your joking suggestion. It wasn't a joke. Who said it was a joke? I'm dead serious, Cove. That wouldn't be so bad. You couldn't help but smile too. And now that you thought about it, being roommates with Cove would be fun. And then we were roommates. Please, Donnie, don't demolish him. He's just a boy. Then you return to the game. I think I messed up. Oh no, I didn't. I got it. I got it. You see it? You see my win? Cove spoke up once more, catching your attention. He was peering down the piece of paper between you, his expression thoughtful. You know, tic-tac-toe is such a weird name for a game. What does it even mean? Bro. Maybe they named it because people were playing with ticks and tacks. So, I've always wondered about that. I've never wondered about that. I have to look it up later. I'm not gonna look it up later. It's a really old game. No one's sure where the name came from. That is... I don't know that either. This sounds like something I would say. Maybe people play with ticks and tacks. Hope raised a skeptical eyebrow, but you bit back a laugh and feigned seriousness. It makes sense, because they probably didn't have paper or markers back then. But... But what about the toes? It means hugs and kisses? Aw, then what? Why is it like that then? I don't see anybody kissing in this game. Can this be turned into a kissing game? These are my questions. You couldn't say anything to that. He had you there with no answer to be found. Or they were kissing toes. That's what they were doing. That's what this game is about. With no answer to be found, you return to the game. Oh, look at how much I annihilated him. Boom. Baka. Bagetta. Oop, you won. Were you even trying? Not really. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Eat that. Eat it. Eat these toes, boy. I win. He smiled at you in an amused way. You somehow weren't surprised by that, despite Cove being the one who suggested the game in the first place. No, Donnie, no feet stuff. Please. Jan, please. This is... I already said it. It's over. It's over. He started to yawn, his hand coming up to cover his mouth. It quickly transitioned to a smile. Don't report me. It's just a joke. We're having a good time. Jan, don't be such a square. You understood why yawning just as he did, just as he said he was feeling disinterested, was kind of a funny coincidence. I love how the TV is still on, by the way, playing CSI or whatever. You laughed along with Cove. Well, you could have taken the challenge more seriously. You're the one who wanted to play in the first place. I'm still the winner and you're the loser. You shook your head at him. Yada yada. Cove just grinned and flopped on his back, leaving his marker on the floor beside him. You stayed seated, looking your friend over as he stretched himself out. You really are so tall now. Why does it always scare me when they get closer to me? Cove snickered a bit at the random topic. He propped himself up onto his elbows to meet your gaze. Why are you even bringing that up? I don't know, cause I don't know. We're not talking. We're just talking about random things right now. That's all. You're a topic. You shrugged. It made perfect sense to you to bring it up. My mom was talking about me and Elizabeth growing up, getting bigger and stuff. What kind of stuff? Oh my god, I do not want to talk to him about this. It's already awkward. I'm cringing. Well, mom only likes women and mom likes women too, but not just women. Yeah. Since the two of you were engaged in conversation, Cove got back into a sitting position. He brought a knee up and rested his arm on top of it. A wistful expression overtook his face. So you're saying your mom likes boys and girls? How is that possible? Please explain. Let me just get my pipe and think long and hard about this conundrum you've put upon me. I wonder when I'll know how I feel about that kind of thing. You don't know? Ugh, you're such a child, Cove. Cove shook his head. I've heard at some point you're supposed to start liking types of people. Guys, girls, or whoever.
I don't know.
But I haven't. Nothing's changed. Maybe I have to grow up more. Oh my god. Same, Cove. When I was in middle school or whatever, I felt the exact same way. I was like, when am I gonna like people? Everybody's talking about it. I'm just like, aren't we? I'm not experiencing that. Maybe we could. And we have to wait till we're in high school or something. Maybe you just don't like anybody, or maybe you like all types of people. That's normal too. Cove seemed to appreciate that though, if the smile that appeared on his lips was any indication. Okay, what about you? Who do you like? Don't say your mom, don't say your mom, don't say your mom, don't say your mom. Okay. He turned his attention to you, looking encouraged. Donnie, do not say you like his mom. Okay. You were starting to have physical attraction in a general way. You only seem to feel physically physical attraction in specific cases and situations. You didn't really have any physical interest in other people. You didn't think you could tell if you had interest in people physically. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna pretend I'm someone else for a second. I'm building my new character. I'm not, You didn't think you could tell. Same, it's hard figuring it out when your compass is broken. Yeah, Jan, freaking same. If I answer this, it'd be pretty boring. If I'd answered it as myself. I just said I didn't feel anything for anybody. I thought I was just a school child. All I thought about were my grades. I'll just say the first one. I don't know. Oh, gosh darn it. Romance. Yeah, specific situations. That makes more sense. But specifically when it came to how you felt towards boys. Boys. You found them attractive. You thought you'd be happy with a guy someday. You found them attractive but hadn't thought about being with a guy. You weren't physically interested, but you'd be happy to have a romantic relationship with a guy. You weren't interested in guys. Imagine I'm playing this game to date Cove and I was just like, I'm not interested in guys actually. That's crazy. You generally weren't interested in guys, but they were special exceptions. I'm my own OC in this game. We're thinking about that. I'm not myself in this moment. I'll do the first one because why not? So let's just go in the middle of the road. Oh, I thought to were girls. You weren't interested in girls. You know? Maybe, well, I can't. I'm not myself. I'm not myself. For people who aren't exclusively male or female, I haven't thought about how I feel about non-binary people, even though I am. I don't know. You generally weren't interested in someone who's non-binary, but they're a special exception. I know, like, leading him on. That'd be so funny. What does a non-binary person look like? What do you mean? What does this mean? I don't get it. Ugh, God, what does this mean? You weren't physically interested? What? This one, whatever, I don't know. I don't like thinking of non-binary as third gender. I really don't. It doesn't make sense to me. You returned your attention to Cove. He was waiting patiently for your response. You explained how you felt to Cove. I might as well. He's intended to know about it. He nodded understandingly at your attempt to describe how you felt. It was nice to have people who supported you when it came to who you liked. And you knew he accepted you for who you were. Aww. You still wondered what he thought about who you were. Yeah, what do you think? I want to know. Hey, that's such a straightforward way to ask, but I'm not going to assume. What do you think about how I am? I'm not the gender people thought I was when I was first born. Oh. You held your breath as Cove processed what you asked.
It's nice.
NB can look like anyone? The hell? Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. What does that mean? And I look femme, but I'm NB. Exactly. You get me, Jan. That's a weird question. It doesn't... It kind of kind of takes away from the whole NB thing, the not conforming to any gender kind of thing. Like, it doesn't mean you're androgynous. What is that? You know, it doesn't look like anything. I think everyone is different when it comes to how they are, and they're different in different ways. It's nice. That's a nice, straightforward answer, Cove. It was a very simple statement, and you felt good hearing it all the same. Yeah, you know, what are you thinking about? Well, what are you thinking about it? I mean, are you okay? He leaned a bit closer. He can get closer? Boy, step back. He leaned in a bit closer and peered into your face. It seemed your question might have made Cove start to worry about you. I don't think I feel that I'm different from how other people feel. I am. I feel good. I'm not sure. I feel kind of bad. Like something doesn't fit right. You couldn't bring yourself to answer. He got his glow up, but his eyebrows sure didn't. Oh my god, Jan. Why you got it? Look, his eyebrows aren't even, you can't even see them right now. Look at that. Look, I'm covering them. You cannot see them. You cannot roast them. I don't think I feel different from how other people feel. I'm not sure. Oh boy. The look of concern remained on Cole's face, but he nodded. Thanks for telling me, Donnie. I want to listen to you, but about what you're feeling and everything, if I can. Yeah, I'm glad you do. What a somber moment, guys. We're really talking about our identity as babies. Thanks, Cove. Oh, let me hug him. He's so cute. I want to squeeze him. Oh, I'm having so much fun here. When you wrap your arms around his neck, he reciprocated easily by hugging you tightly around the back. I have made this a thing. I hug Cove and it's fine. Oh no, the brow worms are getting closer. Shut up. I'm used to them now, but every time you mention them, I'm like, oh yeah, they do look like worms. Soon the heat made it unbearable to continue, but it comforted you all the same. Look at his face. Then he scratched the back of his head, sheepish. I'm not really sure how we end up talking about all that when we started out just playing tic-tac-toe and you lost. But it was good, I think. I think so too. The conversation had a mind of its own. Weird conversation in my opinion. Would never have it. Cove chuckled a little bashfully. He glanced around, clearly scrambling for something to say. Yeah, actually, I'm already glad you brought it up. The conversation took a lighter turn after that, and it felt like you got closer that afternoon. We better have. I'm trying to get the good end here. Hello? You know, I'm not doing all this for nothing, Cove. Hey, come on. Finally, the blazing sun began to set. To your relief, the air cooled down a bit as a result. You pulled yourself off the floor as Cove did, with some minor complaints. You both stretched your arms, groaning, and yawned into your hands. You glanced out your window briefly, taking in the soft reds, pinks, and purples of the late afternoon sky. Somehow you had made it through the scorching hot day in one piece. Cove turned towards you, motioning towards your window with his chin. Want to go outside? It might be better out there than it is in here now. Sounds good. I could really use some fresh air. I can't imagine hanging out with somebody this much. Like, we hang out every day, but when I was a kid, I was a homebody. And I would, if I could, hang out with people every day. But that was not usually the option. I didn't have that many friends. The two of you took your time heading downstairs. You stopped briefly to grab a drink of water and continued on your way. I hang out with Cove as much as somebody would hang out with their sibling. You stepped outside, one after the other, your destination being the familiar hills behind your house. Is this what it's like to have a childhood best friend? You just hang out all the time? This time of day, it was quiet outside. The flowers blew gently in the wind, petals trembling but stubbornly hanging in there. You felt the breeze cool your heated skin as you relaxed your shoulders. Clove closed his eyes, releasing a deep breath. I really love it out here. I do too. Ah. You do? That's surprising. Your opinion sure has changed from when you were first on the hill. Oh man, do I bring up the past? No, I do not bring up the past. I don't want to do it. You know how much I hate awkward situations. Cove smiled. Tendrils of his hair danced in the wind. A beat passed, but his gaze didn't stray from your own. His voice was impossibly soft when he spoke up again. I'm glad I met you, Donnie. You're really important to me, you know. Says the guy that said he didn't know how he felt about his feelings. Liar. Uso. You blush at the statement. I feel the same way. Aww. That's so nice of you to say. Wow, this is something I would say. This is something I would say. I'm like, oh wow, you're so nice. We're such good friends, aren't we? Yeah, yeah, la, la, la. La-di-da. You smiled silently. You're being too sweet. You're special to me, Cove. Oh, that's the cutest one. We're gonna go with that one. Aw, your voice came out super delicate. From the ways his features brightened, though, you knew he heard you. Then Cove rested an arm on one of your shoulders, leaning against you. Tell him about his dead dolphin blue. Jan, that was like 2 episodes ago. You're on like a time loop or something. That's over already. That was when we were children, Jan. Please keep up with the times. Even as the sun disappeared completely and the sky darkened, you and Cove remained side by side for as long as you possibly could. Oh, that was nice. That was a lovely little thing, wasn't it? It was a lot of introspection, which, you know, I didn't have too much introspection as a kid, so even now I don't think that hard. My big brain don't work that way. Okay, let's do the next part. Or no, I'll be like right back. I'll be so fast. I'll be so fast, BRB. What'd I tell you, Speed? Okay, bye, Jan. Okay, let us do this. It's been going pretty quickly compared to the last one, I feel, when we were just toddlers. The sun warmed your skin from its place in the sky, and you closed your eyes, enjoying the mix of heat with the pleasant breeze that drifted past you. Take it all in, boys. You and Lee had spread out a blanket on top of one of the hills behind your house and had been relaxing there for a while now. Lee? Lee? Who is that? Lee had come over earlier in the day, and while a range of activities been discussed, from staying home to heading down to the beach, a picnic on the hill had been the choice both settled on. A small spread was laid out in front of you. Some bottled water, soft drinks, as well as chips and sliced fruit. Who the heck is Lee? Is it that kid? Is it that kid that we met last time? You sat up and reached for a snack, listening to Lee talk about the musical she had gotten to see if you'd— Oh! Lee's my cousin. Okay, Lee's here. That's nice. I'm pretty upset. I didn't get to see Cove's mom. Like, at all. What's that about? I mean, I'm happy to see Lee or whatever, but I was promised that Cove's mom would be here. She said she was here this summer. It's kind of messing me up. Okay, let's just continue. It was unbelievable. There was singing, dancing, and crazy stunts. Oh wait, Lee's saying this. It was unbelievable. There was singing, dancing, and crazy stunts, and it was all done live right in front of my face. Maybe one day we could go together. I got to see more shows like that. You smiled at Lee's enthusiasm, knowing how much she enjoyed singing and performing. And she was good at it too. You had gotten the chance to hear her sing a couple of tunes, and you knew she put a lot of effort into it. You also liked to sing, but you weren't very good. Yeah. You also liked to sing and had a talent of your own. You liked to sing, but you had been told you were good at it. Oh, you didn't like to sing, but you were told you were good at it. You weren't good at singing, and that suited you fine. I like to sing, but I'm no good at it, okay? That didn't stop you from doing it, though. I'm not that bad. There should have been an option where I like to sing and I can hold a tune, alright? I can hold a tune a little bit. I wonder if maybe we could put on our own show. Think of how fun it'd be. We could perform for our parents and ask our friends and some other people to come and watch too. It totally worked. No, girl, I'm not singing in front of anybody. You crazy? Not in front of Clove? Disgusting. Never mind, I lied. I got a few minutes left. Welcome back, Jan. Okay, let's do it. I don't know about that. Yeah, I did give you stage fright. Sure, I'll give it a go. I did have stage fright as a kid. If there were no other people with me, I'd be very upset. But wouldn't showing off to everyone be fun? Lee, not everybody likes to be on stage. Can you understand this? The thought of an audience made you feel queasy. Not really.
Sure?
Are you really super sure? You have so many skills. You show off to the masses. Ooh. This is just Jan in my game. Jan is in my game right now. Okay, I'll do it. I really don't want to. I'd rather do something else. Please, God, let me do something else. Not even in a game do I want to do that. I just realized I never heard you sing, Donnie, like ever. Well, let it stay that way. Let it stay that way. Lee seemed a little disappointed, but she nodded and respected your wishes all the same. That's why we're friends, Lee. What did you have in mind? The two of you lay back on the blanket and lazed in the sun, throwing ideas back and forth on what you could fill your time with. The beach was nearby, so you could go swimming or collect shells, or find something to do back home after all. Oh, I do use that term. Yeah, Jan, yeah, you do. The masses. You have to, Don. You have to satiate the masses. That's you, Jan. That's what you sound like. In the end, nothing was tempting enough to move you from the current position, so you continued chatting with Lee and nibbling on your snacks while the sun traveled in the sky overhead. So, how are your neighbors doing? You haven't spoken about them lately. You knew Lee wasn't talking about neighbors and neighbors generally or down the street. You wanted to hear about the Holdens across the road. I really just want to talk about how Holden's dad is such trash. I wish Cole was here so I could talk trash about his trash dad. How could he do what he did? How could he just invite the mom back? This so can we not talk about that? It was no secret that she liked to keep up to date on what was happening with them, or more specifically Cove. There weren't many other people your age talking about it. They're okay. They're great. You rolled your eyes. You have no idea. I don't care. I hope to find out soon. Wait, what? Yeah, okay. Did I tell her about the drama between Cove's dad and the mom and Cove? Ugh, so awkward. I hope to find out soon. I'm very curious. Ooh, do you have plans? Not exactly, but I see them around here all the time. Lee loved to chat about others' relationships and would ask you for your details on people you both knew. Hey, do you want to see if Cove would join the picnic? I like it. It's us sometimes. Aw. She wants the hot goss. Yes, she does. And I respect it. This seems like I know what he's doing this afternoon. And this is just nice to say. Lee lit her smile up. Her smile spreading across... Let's try that sentence again. Lee lit up, her smile spreading across her face. Yeah, we're the best. Yeah, Lee gets me. Honestly, Lee gets me. The sun slowly began to set, the sky turning a rosy pink, then warm orange. Delicious warm orange. It's too bad Derek isn't in the neighborhood today. I like him. Oh, you do? That's fine. It's kind of a little crap, but okay. I don't like that guy, actually. He sucks. I was saying how much I hated him, but he's so cute that I can't hate him completely. He's just a little idiot. He's just a little dum-dum. He's okay. Okay's better than nothing. So, exactly how much do you like him? Or maybe there's someone else that I haven't heard of yet? Girl, what are you talking about? Lee wriggled her eyebrows at you suggestively, and you knew exactly what she was implying. Warm orange, warmage. Not warmage. Let's see. Lee, there's nobody I like right now. I might as well tell her I like Lee, and we gotta gossip. And maybe this girl can hook me up. I'm just saying. Trying to get the good end. There it is. Her eyes lit up. You see that? They would, wouldn't they? Lee's eyes sparkled in an instant, like she just hit the jackpot. What the who is it? Now tell me now, I must know. I'm not giving you a name. Someone from school. It's Derek. Mr. Holden. No way. I can say that I like Cove's mom. Y'all should not have given me this option. Oh my god, I can say I can like Cove's mom. You know I will. Cove's mom, a stunner. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Okay. Lee burst out laughing, her face going red. I'm not joking, Lee. Do you think this is a joke? Do you think this is a joke? Oh my gosh, Donnie, she's a mom, and And what are you trying to imply? what, what do you mean? Stop making fun of me. I'm trying to be so serious with my dear cousin Lee, and she's laughing at me. She's laughing at me. Oh my god, Lee. Okay. Okay, we're 14 or whatever. We're 13 years old. Let's remember that. We're 13 and Lee, don't make fun of me. You weren't surprised when Lee started squeezing you for more details, and you answered as much as you're comfortable with. I'm not gonna say that, Jan. Wait, what did she say? The two of you talk about your preferences and who you liked and stuff. You found that it was nice having someone to speak to with these sorts of things. I did not find it was nice because she immediately put me down for my tastes. I can't believe this. How dare you? Finally, you both decided to pack everything up and head back home for the evening. This is terrible. Look at my hot moms and tell me something and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. All right, look at them. Okay. Upon walking through the door, you were met by your moms and Elizabeth hovering around each other in the living room. Tension hung thick in the air as the three of them turned to you and Lee, frowning slightly. You had interrupted something. Exactly what, you weren't sure. Oh no, what happened? Wow, who died? Am I right, guys? Haha, ha-cha-cha. What's going on? I'm so concerned. You looked between them and said nothing. Hi? I'm just gonna say hi. Hi, guys.
Oh.
Hi, Donnie. Hello, Lee. Welcome back. The room felt quiet again, with no one quite knowing what to say. You felt incredibly awkward, but the silence didn't last long. You don't have to stop just because those two are here. There's no reason to try keeping it secret. Elizabeth was mad, with her arms folded defensively over her chest, but your mom's nodded in agreement with her. Oh man, what's going on, guys? Elizabeth was asking about her parents. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh god. Okay. They're biological ones. The world spun around you at the news. You couldn't understand. Why was this happening now? Yeah, why is this happening now? When you glanced at Lee, she shuffled to her feet uncomfortably, as though she didn't know if she should be there or not anymore. You didn't know either. I have a guest, guys. Come on now. We have a guest. We can't be talking about this now. Your moms had always been open and honest about the fact that neither of them had given birth to you or your sister, but the details hadn't been fully explained before. It made sense that Elizabeth didn't know a lot about her biological parents and wanted to know more. You just hadn't ever thought you'd accidentally stumbled into it. Elizabeth looked at your parents expectantly. She wasn't going to let the unintentional interruption derail things. We don't want to keep that information from either of you. It's your right to know about your past, but we did want to wait until you asked us to hear yourselves. Well, it's happening now, so... Your mom shared a nervous glance, and Ma took a quick breath before speaking again. Oh, brother. I adopted you from the Philippines when you were just a baby. Elizabeth dropped her arms, her eyebrows shooting upwards in surprise. Wait, I wasn't born here? No, you weren't. You could clearly see that your sister was appalled by this information. You struggled even more with what to do now or how to react. Yeah, it's happening now for drama. There just wasn't enough drama in the previous conversation. It was dramatic for me, traumatic even, and my dear sister, my dear sibling, my dear cousin Lee didn't accept me for who I was and my tastes and women. Am I gonna have to pass some tests to even be a citizen?
No.
No, you were adopted into the country. We took care of things. You're already a citizen. You have nothing to worry about. Oh wait, that was Ma saying that. Sorry, wrong voice. I followed all the laws when it came to bringing a child into the US. Nothing can be held against you. We're having a legal conversation? Ugh. Elizabeth sighed, elated with the information, but still far from happy. Who were my parents as people? Why did they put me up for adoption in the first place? You know, when I was a kid, I thought about that, right? I thought, what if I was adopted? How would I feel about that, right? And when I saw that a lot of kids try to find their parents and stuff like that, and it always confused me a little bit. Like, I don't really understand the thought process behind it, and I'm not gonna pretend like I understand. You know? I never thought, like, if I had different parents, I'd want to find them. Like, for me, it wouldn't matter that much. Like, it's like trying to find complete strangers. Like, what am I gonna do with that information personally? I've known these people all my life, and now I'm just gonna go try to find a stranger because we're related technically? I wouldn't understand how it feels, obviously, but I did think about it as a kid because some kids were making like jokes like, what if you weren't, like, what if that wasn't your mom or dad or whatever, and I was like, you know, what if? I'd be fine. Like, this is great. Ma softly put her hands over Elizabeth's shoulders, trying to provide some support before she gave her the answer.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, sweetie. Your parents were reported to have died. I guess there's no meeting them for you, huh, Elizabeth? They didn't go into details about specifics of how, but you were an orphan. I wish we had better news for you, Elizabeth. Oh, God. Elizabeth was torn between emotions, her eyes filled with tears as she threw her hands in the air, settling on enraged. Great, so I can never meet them, even if I wanted to. Not that I could have anyway, since they lived in another part of the world when they were still alive. Sheesh. Elizabeth turned her back on you and your moms and stormed off, sprinted up the stairs into a room before anyone could stop her. I have to go talk to her. Ma immediately started to follow her, but Mom gently held her by the arm and shook her head. We should give her a little space to process it all. Your mom's head hung low, but she stopped walking. With Elizabeth now gone, the two of them seemed to remember you and Lee were standing awkwardly off to the side. Yeah, remember me? Hello, your other adopted child? I don't care. Absolutely don't care and do not tell me. I really don't. I know that's insensitive, but I've always been that way. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. You're not sorry. Don't say sorry. It's not how I expected it would have been happened when the time. It's not. Oh my God. I can't read a sentence, I swear. It's not how I expected it would have happened when the time came. But since it's on the topic, Don, is there anything you'd like to ask? You deserve to know, after all. Yeah, I don't care, dude. Lee patted her back and gave you a supportive look. Elizabeth is a Disney Channel pro tag. Yeah, she is. Me, I'm sorry, but I have the tiniest little sliver of a heart, and I simply don't care. You know how Gon was like, never asks about his mom and stuff like that? I always thought, why don't more kids think like that? What do I care? No, I don't want to hear. Not right now. You couldn't even answer? No, I don't care. If you guys play this game and you guys care, you can look. I simply do not. That's perfectly fine.
I understand.
You can always ask later if you change your mind. You smiled at them gratefully. It was nice to know they wanted to be open with you about the topic, even if it wasn't a talk you want to have now. No one seemed to have any words after that. You went up to your room. You needed to stay here with your mom. You wanted to get out of the house. You wanted to see Elizabeth. Ooh, okay. Okay, guys. Which one is it? Do we want to go be dramatic with Elizabeth? Do we want to get out of the house and talk with Lisa more? You needed to stay here with your moms. I mean, I love my mom, so. But they're making it awkward right now, so maybe not. You went up to your room. Yes, but we can't all be gone. What would you guys do? What would you do if you found out you were adopted? Would you care to hear about your adopted parents? I really did think about that long and hard when I was a kid, and I decided I don't care. Oh my gosh, is that bad? I would be very mad if I was adopted and my adopted parents tried to find me or tried to see me. I'd be like, please go away. You're making it weird. You're making it weird for me. I don't care about you. I don't even know who you are. Oh my god. Stranger danger. Yeah, this is a tough decision. I guess we can go see Elizabeth. I want to see why she's so upset, you know? Ugh, I don't really like Elizabeth. Oh, you don't like Elizabeth? Oh, really? Even though she was angry. What's wrong with Elizabeth? You don't like Mean Girls? You have no taste, Jan. I guess for the sake of I guess we can get out of the house. I'm gonna go out just for a little while. I'll be back before it's really late. Your mom's nodded in understanding, trusting you make the best calls for yourself. These footsteps echoed from behind, and you knew she was following you. I'd probably be interested to know their story, but not enough to look for them. I have my own family. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I already have a family. If my family that I had wasn't good, I would probably try to find my original family. I feel like if that was the case, that'd be the thought process for me if I just didn't like my family, but I do like my family. So in my case, you know, I wouldn't care. But if I really hated my family or something, I would definitely be in the mindset of trying to look for something better. Can you stay, Lee? I want to go by myself. You encouraged her, you said nothing. I want to talk to Lee, I guess. Can you come with me? You know I can. Yeah, Lee. She gave you a small smile and walked with you to the door. Without knowing where you really wanted to go, you began to walk down the street quietly, dragging your feet. Maybe that's what has been making Elizabeth so mad these days. She just kind of churning in her head about something. You've given me so much power, Donnie. Don't get used to it, Jan. Don't get used to it. I can come back and look at that option because I am curious. I do like Elizabeth. I do usually like Mean Girls, so leave me alone. I have bad taste. I know. I understand. Okay. Lee's footsteps echoed on the pavement behind you as she caught up, falling into steps behind you. You turned and kept walking, unsure of what else to do. Everyone else had been so upset and you didn't have the first idea on how you could help. Eventually, you found yourself at the beach, your feet sinking into the soft sand while you looked out over the ocean. This is one of those times where I wish Cove was here to be dramatic with me. He always comes to me to be dramatic. Why can't I go to him to be dramatic? You took off your shoes and paced the sand over to the water's edge, letting the cool ocean swirl across your bare feet. I'm being so dramatic. You made me go outside to be dramatic, Jan. God. It was comforting being there with the ocean breeze rustling your black hair and the smell of salty water filling your nostrils. Eventually, you took a seat down on the ground, watching the sun as it dipped down further and further towards the horizon before it disappeared completely. Your cousin stalwartly kept you company without trying to force you into speaking. The sky shifted from blue and pink to orange and then deep blue of night. Did I just sit here all night? I skipped an event. This is definitely a you skipped an event type of scene. A sudden shout drew your attention from the seat. Someone was calling your name. It better be Cove, for God's sake. I'm bored. I sat here for thousands of hours not even talking to my dear cousin Lee. That's what I wanted. Your head snapped to the source of the yells. At the edge of the beach, where the grass met the sand, was a silhouette in the darkness. The person was still unmistakable to you. It was Cove! Yeah! Cove, Cove, Cove! The party's really getting started, guys. What was he doing here? He's always at the beach. What do you mean, what's he doing here? He's just randomly here because he is. His eyes settled on you ahead, realizing you were in fact there. He rushed down to the shore where you were at. Dang, he got up real close, didn't he? You could tell he was out of breath when he approached. You rose to meet him. Lee, this is my friend Cove. You know, he has his mom who I was talking about earlier. Cove, introduce yourself. Cove, did something happen? No, not to me anyway. I wanted to know what happened with you. Oh, look at his wiggly little mouth, so cute. I went to your house to say hi, but your parents said you were gone, that you needed to get away.
What's wrong?
I mean, I had to think something was going on after something like that, so I came to find you. Oh, he is such a sweetheart. Lee gave him a smile, but supportive hand on your shoulder as you now try to explain this to someone. Ugh. Well, this is better. I guess this is a good outcome too. There's a lot going on right now. It's nothing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Cove. Because he is a mermaid. I thought we were all on the same page. Exactly, Jan. He's a mermaid. He's always here, but apparently he just asked my parents where I was, which is nice of him. He's always dropping by my house. It makes sense. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Cove. It was getting really boring. They wouldn't let me talk to Lee like I wanted to, like I expected to when I chose this path. Cove's forehead furrowed and concerned at your words. Can you explain everything to me? It all started when Lee asked me who I liked, and I said your mom. And she laughed and laughed, and at that point I was just in a bad mood. And then and then okay, enough. Okay, I'm done. You nodded softly before taking in a heavy breath and launching into the story. Cove sat quietly and listened attentively, nodding every now and then or taking a sharp inhale. Yeah, if I have to hear your backstory, Cove, your tragic backstory, you have to hear about mine. It took a long time for you to relay the details. Dozens of stars were pinpointed in the sky as the night wore on. Aww. Silence settled between you as Cove sat quietly for a moment, contemplating everything you had said. When he finally spoke, his voice was quiet, drifting through the night towards you. Donnie.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry about what's happening with Elizabeth, your parents, your family, everything. He stopped suddenly, and you got the impression he was struggling to find more to say. Elizabeth and I haven't ever been super close, but I don't think she wanted her family to break up or drift apart, even if she complains about it sometimes. He smiled at you a little, and you could tell he was trying to be comforting. And your moms definitely don't. It doesn't matter if you're not blood related, you're definitely family. I can see that. I hope you can see that too. Wow. He really said all that, but I was talking about something else, but you cried in relief. I'm not that sad about it. I feel like I'm not on the same page as this because freaking Jan made me choose this path. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna do a big cry. That just feels like the right thing to do in this moment. I cried in relief. His words made a lot of sense. You knew your sister well, and you knew your family would always be important. Even as the tears rolled slowly down your face, that thought comforted you. Your cousin tried not to interrupt your explanation or Cove's response to it. When the opportunity arose, she made it clear she shared the same sentiment. Well, Elizabeth, my lovely sister. The sudden voice of your sister behind you made you jump. You saw her standing a little way away. She walked closer and you didn't quite know what to do or what she was planning on saying. Would you mind going? I want to talk to just Donnie. You can come back. It's not going to be forever or anything. Both seemed equal parts concerned and skeptical. Leaving now wasn't a concept that thrilled him. He wasn't exactly jumping to go, so she checked with you quietly. What do you think? What do I think? Fine, we can talk, Elizabeth. You know, it's been a day. And I want to talk to Elizabeth earlier anyway. Yeah, I want to talk to you too.
Really?
Oh, then we're on the same page. She made a little move-along gesture with her hands, and it was settled. You waited until the two of you were alone before fixing her with an inquisitive look. Elizabeth folded her arms, looking you over. Did moms tell you about your parents too? I didn't want to know. Elizabeth nodded in understanding, her face solemn. Why did you want to talk to me? Elizabeth raised an eyebrow at that question, as though the answer should be obvious. I was worried about you. I was the one who brought it up, but I made you deal with whatever left when I was gone. She sighed, glancing upwards for a moment before settling on you once more. I wanted to ask you what happened without everyone breathing down our necks. That was pretty crappy of you to just bail. I'm so rude. I'm amazed you noticed that was unkind. I'm so rude, bro. What the heck? Thank you for thinking of me. I'm not mad at you. You were quietly surprised at her admission. Thanks for thinking of me, my dear lovely sister. She stuck her nose up a little at that, but her smile was soft. It's okay, Elizabeth. It didn't upset me. None of this upset me, really. This is just a dramatic enhancement. How are you allowed to be that mature? I'm just cool like that, I guess. The lightning spirits in... What? The lightning spirits in her were quickly gone as she slipped back into a scowl. Lightning spirits? Are there ghosts out here? What are you talking about? What is this? You have to be born in the US to become president. Girl, if that's what you were mad about, I'm about to beat you up. I'm about to beat you up right now if that's what you were mad about. You wanted to become president? Girl, you better shut up right now. I was so worried about everything. I had a dramatic moment on the beach. I had to explain everything to Cove. I had to sit there, and you're mad because you can't become president. Okay, okay. No, I'm fine. Please continue to tell me about this, Madam President. What? You had never heard of that dream of hers before. She knows your bafflement and continued. Yeah, continue to tell me about this amazing dream of yours to become a congresswoman or whatever. Okay, okay. I get I was never gonna be president, but it just feels weird having stuff taken away, not even getting a chance at it. Exactly what was taken away from you, Elizabeth? You had everything given to you. Our moms go to a country club, for crying out loud. Can you chill out? I don't like having to know when I was born, I was gonna have a completely different life. So different I can't even think about what it looked like in my head. Okay. You should become, hello Mia, you should become president, Donnie. You know, I'd make a pretty good president, right? I could have spoken another language, lived away from everything I've ever seen here, had someone else be my sibling. I definitely have the looks to become president. I don't know if that's a compliment. President Donnie, you got my vote. What's this? I'm not gonna become president. I'm not gonna be Elizabeth here. Is it a compliment to say you have the looks of a president? I have no idea. And then my parents died and I was adopted and the life I got became totally new thing forever. I don't understand what you're talking about, Elizabeth. That none of that ever happened and you're just making something up. I can't go back to what it was even if I wanted to. What? I don't get it. I don't understand. A heaviness settled between you and the person who became your sister. I literally don't understand what's going on here. What is she talking about? Is this what adopted kids think about? What will be your first decree as president? Do presidents make decrees? The first law I would enact as president is that I have to be president for the rest of my life, and you have to listen to me. Elizabeth forgot to mention that you have to be 35 to run. Yeah, Elizabeth is upsetting me right now. This whole president talk, I don't want to talk about politics with my, well, however old she is. I'm like 13. What are you talking about? I don't really understand. I'm gonna say I don't understand what you're talking about, and not because I'm a kid. It's because you're talking straight nonsense. Maybe in a different multiverse you were born into some other family, but that never happened. You're making stuff up. I can't see that other stuff as being my life. The one I have is my life, and everything else is only what didn't happen. Exactly. What are you concerned about what didn't happen? I don't get it. Elizabeth watched you seriously. She was still trying to make sense of this and to you and herself. I don't know why today was the day. Nothing came up to make me ask the question. It was just something I've had in my head for a while. You're going crazy, Elizabeth. Can you calm down? When it was just me and mom's living... When it was just me and mom's in the living room, I kind of just said it, finally, and there you go. She shifted from one foot to another, relaxing her stance just a bit. She also spoke more gently. Did you just reveal your real age? Me? No. No? What do you mean? I didn't say anything. What are you talking about? 35 to run? Well, I'll tell you that's pretty old in my eyes. 35. Imagine being 35. I don't know. Okay, learning about them and what happened doesn't change how I feel about our family, Donnie. She smirked, you with a sharp gaze. I'd already figured a long time ago that moms weren't our biological parents. That wasn't news. I think Donnie meant the age in the game. They're like 13. Did you think that I was 13 years old? Mia, look me in the eyes, Mia. Did you think I was 13 years old? Because that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Technically, one of them could have been related to you. Yeah, vote for me. I'm 13. I'm running for president. Technically, one of them could have been related to you. You kept listening to Elizabeth. It really doesn't change anything. I'll keep listening to you, but I'm downright upset with everything you've been saying to me right now. Nothing about the family I was born in would have made me decide that this wasn't my family anymore. If you had hoped you'd be free from my big sisterly status, don't think you're so lucky. I wasn't thinking about that at all. It's just you. You're the only one with these thoughts. She bumped her shoulder against yours playfully, her lips tilted at the corners.
You'll always be my little sibling.
Aw, I didn't ask though. I'm just... Elizabeth, this was a wild ride. You're confusing me. You jokingly groaned at the prospect. Yeah, I'm gonna groan because gosh darn it, it's hard having this one as a sibling. Donnie, the first president with purple hair. Yeah, 13, purple hair, horns. Bring me lots of treats. That's the new decree. I want all the world's desserts. Donnie 13 confirmed. Give me your lunch money. Don't believe me. I'm the president. Okay, you'll always my family too. I think I'm really lucky. You took in the moment quietly. Yeah, I think I'm pretty lucky. I like my sibling, even though Jan doesn't like my sibling. I like you, Elizabeth. Chuckling, she seemed pleased with how the conversation had gone in the end. Ready to head back home? It's been a long day. You gave her a nod.
Come on.
Come on, you three, let's go. You walked home together in a comfortable silence down the well-worn street. The familiarity of it felt nice. When you stepped through the door, you found your moms quietly sitting together at the kitchen table. Ah, yes, my gorgeous moms. Their heads snapped up and they got to their feet to meet you, Mom giving you a careful smile. I worried them for no reason, didn't I? We're so glad to see you. Hi. I'm sorry for walking away before. Everything is alright. Yeah, I'm sorry for walking away. Jan made me do it, and it was quite the decision because we got a very dramatic moment. That's alright, sweetheart. Yes, repent, Jan. You put baby bottles at the end of it just to spite me. Why can't you be... Why can't you just... Why must you be like this? I'll take the sweets. You keep the baby bottles for yourself. Huh? We're just happy to have you here again. Ma then came over and wrapped your arms around you and Elizabeth, giving you a tight hug. It didn't take long for Mom to join in, putting her arms around the both of you.
Love you.
We really couldn't have asked for better, kiddos. We love you. Aw. More than we could ever say. Mom. Bye, Jan. Thanks for coming. You smiled at their comfort. You were glad your moms were all right. You're smooshing me. Okay, we're glad. I love you too. You let them hug you for as long as they needed, and it was a nice moment shared between you. They both pulled back eventually and grinned at the two of you, and you knew then that you all had each other. And you always would. Well now, since we're all here, how about we do something together as a family? Like what, wash dishes? That sounds like an excellent idea. We should have some fun before the night's over.
Totally.
I love the sound of that. Oli is still here. Is Clove still here? Whoa, Lee, I'm so sorry, girl. You had to experience something crazy. Clove is still. This is so embarrassing. This is insanely embarrassing. If I had known they were here, would I have done the same thing? I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Clove and Lee are both part of my family now, I guess. Why did this happen? This is so embarrassing. Why not? You hid the smile that threatened to tilt your lips, knowing that Elizabeth must have been in a good mood if she hadn't even teased Clove for being part of it. Why is Clove still here? I thought y'all went home. And no matter what she could have said about it, you wanted him to be there. The two of you had practically grown up together over the past 5 years. Who's got a suggestion? Game night, let's play D&D. It should be something we can do here in the house with everyone in the same room. Let's play Monopoly and ruin this beloved moment. We could just put on a movie. Can we watch Spirited Away? That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
It's good to me.
Me too.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Please, let's watch a movie. I'll cook some popcorn. Yes. Put extra butter on mine. The rest of you can pick a movie. Spirited Away. Spirited Away. Your mom headed off to the kitchen and Ma turned your face to the rest of you. What do you have in mind? Everyone else can decide. I'll watch anything. Anything but drama. We don't need any more of that today. Spirited Away is about, realizing how much you love your family. Let's watch it. There were some chuckles at her joke, and you thought about what you would prefer to watch. Can I type in an answer? Oh, darn it. At the beginning of this, I wanted to watch anime, but we were just playing tic-tac-toe. I want to watch a rom-com. I prefer to watch a horror. I think sci-fi. Action. Maybe we should watch a family-friendly film. Ugh. None of this says animation, does it? A rom-com? No, those are whack. Action? Let's watch the My Hero Academia movie. let's watch that. Okay, let's do a comedy. I like comedy movies. Cool. Perfect. With the basics settled, Maud took sorting through the DVD collection. Oh, we still have DVDs out here? Insane. You didn't notice that Elizabeth was sidling up to you until she was right next to you, arm to arm. Since there's only so much room on the couch, I say it should go to Donnie and I. This is our day. Wait, I want to sit with you too. I'm small. You won't even notice I'm there. Elizabeth raised a skeptical eyebrow, not sure about that. Donnie's my sibling? Back off. Shoo, shoo. Ma stood back up with a DVD in her hand and a smirk on her face. I want to sit with the cool kids too. Surely there's room for one more, right? It might be a tight fit, but we can make it work. This is so cute. You could tell that Ma was teasing, and Elizabeth rolled her eyes at where this was going. She had expected an easy victory. I bet you want to sit here too, huh, Cove? Ma tapped Cove's shoulder with a DVD case. He laughed awkwardly at her teasing. I don't need to sit on the couch. You guys are insufferable. You felt shy for being made the center of attention. There's not enough space for everybody. I want Cove to sit next to me. I'm not a simp, alright? If this was Cove's mom, I would definitely be like, oh, I want Cove's mom to sit next to me. You guys can go. I'll just be like shy or whatever. It's rare that everyone thinks about me. Everybody's got their own thing. It may have been what Elizabeth was after, but you would have preferred being left out of it. Ma came back with a big bowl of fresh popped corn. Popped corn. And you inhaled the smell of the hot salted snack. What's the skinny? She's so old. Anyway. We all want to sit with Elizabeth and Donnie, but there's not enough room on the couch. Mom took that answer in stride and pursed her lips thoughtfully. That's definitely a problem. I suppose there's only one solution. Elizabeth and Donnie will have to sit on the floor in front of the couch. That way there's spots behind them and the floor at their sides. Ah yes, that's fair. What? No. The whole point was us getting the couch for ourselves. Sorry, that's the cost of popularity. Oh wait, that's not Mom's voice. Oh whatever, I already said it. Elizabeth groaned and crossed her arms over her chest in annoyance. Fine. Donnie, you're with me in front. The rest of you can fend for yourselves. I don't want to sit on the floor. What is this? There was a mad dash as Mom and Lee raced for the couch behind you and Elizabeth, and Ma put the DVD in the player before joining them. Cove took a seat at your side on the floor, giving you a small smile. Everyone soon quieted down, and the only sounds to be heard were of hands scooping up popcorn and munching it down as the movie began. Yeah, I want popcorn. In that moment, you couldn't have been more pleased to be part of the family you had. Ah, so delightful. Well, I think that is good for today. We had 3 stories, and then we can do the next ones next time. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So thank you so much for spending time with me and Cove and my moms and everyone. Please like and subscribe for more of this, because I really enjoy this story. And I'm only a little bit disappointed that I didn't get to see Cove's mom. I know I've been talking about the entire time, but you guys have to understand, if you didn't see the last stream, that she's really gorgeous. Oh, okay. Well, that's enough simping for now. More of that to come. Bye.